Stadium. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, I caught up with the Texas A&M head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The run inside. It's Jackson. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways, and you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Right back to the well. Picks up the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. Over the middle, complete to Wilson. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama built its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? On the run, it's Jackson. Got a little grass. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Russell. Here comes the heat. And they got him.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking down the middle. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
The field goal is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's Reed. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got his man. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Throwing Reed. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And, man, guys, we talked about this one coming in. Like, this matchup on the outside is going to go a long way in determining the game. This is really good on really good. And so far, obviously, the DB wins. It's 1-0 DB. Nice job playing the football, playing coverage on the outside, not giving up the big play. I have a feeling, guys, though, that ain't the last time we're going to see this matchup.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Reed. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Running inside, it's Jackson. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. And now on second down for this offense. They'll go right back to him. Here to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Throwing Russell. Bringing the heat. Finds his tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, one thing you know about this guy is once he has the ball in his hands, he's very difficult to bring down to the ground. That time, really nice job breaking a tackle, getting north, picking up more yards. Defense, they need to gang tackle him because he is a problem.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Inside the 35. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keelan Russell. Oh, they're after him. He's got him.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. Looking downfield, it's Russell. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find way.
Findings, got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the house call coming on the run from the 23. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
This quarterback feels like he's spiraling a little bit right now. Of course, he threw the pick on the last drive. That last throw should have been picked up. Thanks to the defender dropping it, the offense is still on the field. And if you're this quarterback, you've got to settle yourself down. You better do it quickly.
Reed. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
In the gun, third down, Reed. Wide open downfield. It's a seam wide open. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Pressure coming. Slings it downfield. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He's got his man, makes the grab. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Texas A&M looking to convert on 4th here. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. It's 4th and 8, and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Fires toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. They found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Found a little bit of room and picked up 8 before he was stopped. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. This offense set up with a 2nd and short. Just feeds the running back. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll pull it down. Gets the 1st himself. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Reed to throw. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the 1st half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed dumps it to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Reed. Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. The run inside. It's Jackson. Got enough for the 1st. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. The Tide will have to call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. From the gun, running back gets to give. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Russell. Still looking on the move. The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Might be calling a hot route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Throwing Russell. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
He splits the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Corner's going to give them room. Throwing Reed. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with Louisville taking on the Virginia Cavaliers. And it's the Cardinals looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, you weren't able to get anything running the football there in the first play. You get a TFL. So now you go to the screen and give it back to your running back and let him make something happen in the passing game. There's a lot of different ways you can sprinkle these backs the football, and that was a good idea there on second down by the offensive coordinator.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been design QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that side.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Takes it on the return. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Tide ready to roll on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Dances away to buy time. Gets rid of it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They'll run it. It's Hill. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Alabama pushing the tempo, trying to barge their way in. And he's in! Touchdown, Bama!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Ripped past midfield, finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this.
Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Powers through the defender. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run it. Runs through the tackle. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to power their way ahead. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything. There's a crease. Got enough for the first. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And the Tide answer.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get there. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go. He did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Reed trying to get behind the defense. He's got it on the outside. Lots of running room. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The Aggies get it right back.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you've got to respect it. You've got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. leads that Alabama offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much.
Maybe a crease. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Running inside, it's Jackson. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They'll call a timeout. Play clock running short. It was down to 5 before the stoppage. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Right on the money. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down.